Tenacious Bounty of Sin City on Vegas, allnetradio.com, streaming live video every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on SinCityBounty.com. Next Sunday is a special broadcast. We are going to be at Plush, the nightclub owner's home, with a cavalcade of performers and friends and hot babes and a DJ and punch. I know.
There's supposed to be a massage therapist and a tattoo artist and all kinds of craziness going on. So I Love Them Thick, just before we went on break, said eat tilapia and white rice with a little Mrs. Dash for a month for every meal and you'll lose 20 pounds guaranteed. Wendy says, if I had to eat that for a month, I'd be taking hostages. Wendy, I ate like that for 6 months.
And I haven't suffered that problem. Well, I have a more... You're very American. Very white.
I am.
And so I've been able to vary my meals quite a bit because I've had the experience of eating everywhere.
Well, so I was able to have pizza. I was able to eat... I was able to have a lot of variety in my diet. Yeah. But the thing that drove me nuts the most was chocolate. There is no such thing as fat-free chocolate. No. It does not exist.
Although
there is low-fat chocolate, but the diet that I was following, I had a much stricter regimen than she did because I was eating a fucking salad with maybe 4 grams of ranch dressing, 4 grams of fat worth of ranch dressing on it when I had my attack. So I knew I had to have a much more regimented diet. It took a long time to get to that point where I was able to discover the variety. You know, I was able to have this really...
for the first 2 weeks, I was very limited on what I ate because I didn't want another...
You were afraid to put anything in your mouth.
And you've got to experiment and be able to push that limit. But at some point, you've got to say, okay, I don't want to play with fire too much.
That shit is fucking worst pain ever.
It's the worst. It's terrible.
Why are you guys so muted?
I don't know. You tell us.
Oh, no, you sound fine now. Talking to your mics, God damn it.
Into the mic. Damn it. To the motherfucking mic. So we're doing penis.
Penis?
Penis?
Where's penis?
Where? Anyway, so I'm so excited for next weekend. It's going to be fun.
We also will be at BBW Fan Fest, and we also will be at Well Rounded, y'all.
Right.
So get ready to see us all over the place.
All over the motherfucking world,
All right, Mama, you got to catch up for us. You was in California last weekend.
That's right.
Yeah, we
talking to the mic.
Look, lady. Yes, we took my wonderful, I love him so much, father-in-law home. Back to California.
Wait, that wasn't sarcastic, was it?
Yes, I love him. He's great.
Okay.
And I was so glad to see him go home. Because it's like having another fucking kid. He doesn't do what he's supposed to do. You tell him to, the DJ's mom was calling and saying, is he taking his medicine? Is he doing this and doing that? And you have to check on him. And one day, DJ told him to take the medicine. And I whispered to him, I was like, I never seen your dad take his medicine. He's like, you ask him now. I'm like, we're like the kids now. You ask, no, you ask. So I'm like, hey, Grandpa, you take your medicine? He's like, oh yeah, that's what I was doing, huh? So, and then I'm sitting there and I'm watching, and Grandpa's still not taking the medicine. I'm like, fuck. Grandpa, take your medicine? Oh yeah, I'm working on that right now. I'm working on it. And so a little while later, this probably was like an hour-long thing, because every few, 10, 15 minutes, we're saying, hey, we haven't seen you take the medicine. So the last one, I say to him, I said, Grandpa, did you take your medicine yet? He says, oh, I'm on the last step now, getting it in my mouth.
So you do what Cali Guy does for me, which is he just brings me them and hands them to me and gives me a glass of water.
Why does anybody else have to bring you your own medicine?
DJ gives me mine all the time and I forget.
But why?
I don't know. I just forget. I like it because I like being taken care of like that. I mean, I can take it on my own. I do like being. I like being taken care of, but I forget. I have set alarms. I have done things, and I forget to take.
I don't get it because I get up in the morning, have my coffee. Whenever I get to my breakfast, I have my breakfast, and then I go take all my meds.
So there's 2 reasons. Number 1 is because they just don't want to take care of themselves in that manner. Number 2 is because the other significant other has been doing it for so long. I don't make coffee half the mornings because I'm used to Silent Mike getting up and making the coffee because it's the best coffee in the world.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
When Daniel was in the hospital, did you take your medicine those days?
Yes, because I reminded her, but she was out.
Yeah,
and I reminded her.
So I did, and I did forget too some of the days. That whole week was a really fucked up week. So
yeah. Okay. I just don't understand why people don't take responsibility to take their own medication. It's just a little hard for me to understand.
I have a system in the morning, and I remember to take mine in the morning. In the evening, it's harder for me because I'm winding down, and I have alarms set too. And I'm all like, oh, okay, yeah, it's time for me to take my meds, and I turn it off and don't go back to it. I like it when he brings my medications to me because I just like being taken care of.
And I understand that because he's not there all the time either, so you do have to be responsible.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I couldn't imagine being a grown-ass adult. Not that I am now or anything. But being like an old person like you and somebody having to tell me to take my medication. Did you miss me?
Fuck this
Did you miss
bitch.
me? I was gone for 2 weeks.
Well,
I got to get it in somewhere.
when you have a relationship, there's people that it's not that I don't want to take care of myself. I forget. I turn it off and I sit down and I'm sitting there and
It's not a priority in your life, though. It's not a priority. But didn't you learn that maybe you need to do it yourself? Because maybe there won't always be somebody there to do it for you.
This is true.
Now, if you put yourself in a routine, like you get up first thing in the morning, you drink your coffee, and you take your medicine. Right. So that's all you got to do is you have to associate it with something that you do every day anyway.
Okay, well, right now, DJ is still here with me and there every day, and as long as he's going to give it to me, I'm going to put my hand out, and I'm going to take it. Thank you very fucking much. So, how did we get on my medicine anyway?
You mentioned it.
You mentioned it.
I did?
That he brought it to you.
No, you mentioned that you had to remind
Grandpa taking the medicine, right. Yeah, so that was the whole thing. So, yeah, but he's back at home now. While we were out there, DJ went fishing. They went on this fishing trip with his cousin on a very small boat. So, at first I was kind of like, damn, like, why don't I get to go, you know? But his cousin is one of those, he's a very nice guy. And I kind of...
Wait. His cousin is one of those... He's a very nice guy.
Well, I kind of figured this about him. He's one of these motherfuckers that don't think girls should do certain things. Girls shouldn't go through... And so, and I figured it out because one of the nights before all this happened, before they went on the fishing trip, we were actually at his house, and we went for a barbecue, and they were talking about stuff, and anytime I would say anything, he would kind of like, oh yeah, and like whatever I said about the fishing is like, oh, okay, you like fishing, okay, great. Like you didn't know like, oh, okay, right. So I kind of figured out that he was like one of those kind of people that, you know, girls that he's wants to do the, you know, fishing and girls shouldn't fish or whatever, but yeah. DJ had a very interesting trip, very small, whatever, and so but when we took the 8-year-old, we took him fishing on Monday, and we went to the ocean fishing on the much bigger boat, of course. We caught a bunch of fish. We only ended up getting to keep like 6 of them though, and because all the other ones were because they measure everything. So I caught a bunch of what were they? Bass, I guess.
Sea bass.
I think they were bass, but they have to be like 14 inches or something, and you have to throw them back. So I was pissed. But we got a mackerel.
Was it floppy?
14 inches floppy. So we got some mackerel, but that was about it on that. And oh Lord, I don't know. I'm trying to get my shit together. Just getting I've had an emotional couple of months, and I'm trying to get back and find myself and get back to me. So we'll see how that goes.
You going to therapy yet? It's a big help.
I went to therapy a couple times.
I've been to therapy quite a few times.
And it really is a huge help.
It is.
You know what? We've been to a lot of stuff with the kids and with the older kids and stuff.
But have you gone with yourself?
No.
If you're
not with the
myself,
kids.
Try it by yourself.
It's really actually, when I was gone every week, I looked forward to it because it was like
it's where you can
all about you.
Yeah, their focus, especially if it's singles.
Isn't that called Facebook now?
No, not at all.
No, that's called Drama Central. No, I went to therapy quite a few times whenever I had like serious major emotional problems that I needed to work through, and I didn't want to burden other people with it because I'm just kind of that person.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that too now. I feel like people is like, okay, they don't want to hear.
I swear
they don't
by
want
it.
to talk
And
to you
you've got health insurance,
Yeah.
and they cover most people I know. Matter of fact, my new health insurance company, before most health insurance companies only covered like 12 visits a year, which was once a month. My new one covers unlimited visits, and I'm taking fucking advantage of that for mental health. I absolutely believe in therapy for yourself. Even if you don't think you need to go to therapy, go anyway, because you would be really surprised at how much more relieved you feel when you know that you can go into a room where they're absolutely not going to judge you for anything you say.
And they don't tell you what to do. That is the misconception. When you go to therapy, they don't say, well, you're wrong about this and you need to do this. No. They make you work out your own decisions yourself.
They want to know what your goals are. What do you want to do? What do you want to be able to have happen? And then they work with you on getting that. They might give you homework, and you have to do that homework.
Oh yeah, we had that. Like I said, I've been through some with the older kids because they had issues with their mother and all kind of stuff. So we ended up having to go to counseling with them. But yeah, so I don't know.
Try it just for yourself. I swear by it. I fucking love therapy. I know that there's a couple of situations in my life that I would not have survived if I hadn't been able to go to therapy for it. And it really opens your eyes to yourself.
I'm very even balanced. I don't need therapists.
Everybody can use a therapist. You don't necessarily need one.
That's what I have social media for. I'm serious. I'm mad at the county and the city right now because there's dead birds littering the street. Dead pigeons littering the street.
Because it's hot.
House?
It's not because it's hot. It's because of the water that comes from the water reclamation department.
Right there by you, yeah.
And it happens every summer. It happens in the winter. More prevalent in the summer because there are more birds in the summer.
Right.
And right in my driveway there's a dead one. In front of my house there's a dead one, and then on the street there are another 4 or 5.
Well, you're Clark County. You're not incorporated out there.
I know that. I am in Clark County, but the water treatment facility that's releasing water into the wash that's right in front of our house is the North Las Vegas Water Reclamation Department.
Right, but they're not going to do anything about the dead birds. You have to call Clark County Animal Control.
I texted them both on Facebook.
Anyway, back to my catch-up.
Sorry.
After the dead birds.
Dead birds!
Yeah.
Anyway, I vent on Facebook. There we go.
But, we've been having issues because I had some issues with my girl parts that I'm hopefully going to find out what's going on tomorrow.
Girl part problems are really emotionally disturbing.
Yeah, well, they kind of told me because I went to the OBGYN and he kind of told me, but now I have to go to a specialist to see exactly what they're going to do about it.
You want to talk about it yet, or you want to wait till you hear more?
They think that at some point that I had a urinary tract infection that got infected. So I kind of have a lump, but the lump is coming out of my cooch. So out of my vagina, but
wow,
you might just have like an abscess that needs to be drained.
And they said they have to like
pack it full of gauze.
They have to poke it maybe, or I don't know. And I'm like, so I'm scared. So I don't know what's gonna go. My sister Lancet, yes.
My sister had this exact same problem. She got
it's like okay, if this is my hole, there's like a little lump and you could see it coming out like that.
Yep, she had the exact same problem. It's just an abscess that happened on one of the.
They said at some point that I probably had a urinary tract infection, and there's like some glands that are right there.
Yeah, your urinary glands. When you're a female and you ejaculate, it's those glands that the ejaculate comes.
So I have buildup, so I need more sex, right?
Well, what's very important is that you pee just before sex and
just
you pee
after.
right after sex.
It'll help.
Don't hold it while you're having sex.
No. Wait, you can pee during sex.
But anyway, so now everybody knows my girl part business. Hopefully tomorrow it'll be taken care of.
That helps with that kind of situations where.
Well, it freaked me out. So amongst everything else going on, then I have girl part issues. So that fucking freaked me out. So then DJ's like, we're not having no sex until we figure all this shit out. And
it'll be 6 to 8 weeks after you have it lanced before you can have sex again too.
You're gonna look at the look.
You're gonna have an open.
Give the look directly to the camera.
You're gonna have an opened wound there,
yeah,
and you won't be able to have sex until that wound is healed.
Hold on.
Think there's no sunshine going there to help it heal. 6 weeks.
Stare at the camera while I say this. Stare at the camera. It's gonna be 6 to 8 weeks before you can have sex again.
Look at that puppy dog face. Does she just look like somebody ran over her puppy?
So
You better
anyway,
get your jaws ready, girl.
so anyway,
Now, that's no penetrative sex. There's nothing saying he can't go down on you, but he can't put anything inside of you.
okay, we'll see. Anyway,
He can suck your little mini.
so amongst everything else is going on and me crying on a dime and all, emotional bullshit, then I have girl part problems. And, so he's like, looks at me like, I ain't touching you until we figure out what's going on, because I'm not going to hurt you. He doesn't,
He didn't say it like that, did
well,
he?
but, no.
He was nicer about it, right? More sensitive about it?
A little bit. Have you met him? But anyway, so then that was like, I don't know what to do, But
This is why you got to train yourself to be able to have orgasms just from nipple stimulation. So that
wow. And you?
Yes.
Yes.
Unfucking believable.
It takes training though. You do have to train yourself.
No, I can't do that.
Or you have to have
I
really
don't know about
sensitive
that.
nipples.
You know what? I
Yeah.
don't want to train myself to do that.
Okay, I'm like, what is that?
It's
Like,
a great
for
alternative to when you
tuning in and shit. What is that?
Think about it if you're like me and you don't have sex when you're on your period. That is a great alternative to sexual stimulation. when
Here's
you're
an
on your
easy
period.
way to train yourself. Make sure that your breasts are hanging. You're in a position where they're hanging down, and then have them just fingertips. Just
Oh,
I'll
I
tell you-
guarantee 100% that it feels great, but
here's-
I don't want to have an orgasm.
Here's
that way. I
another
want the
thing
real
is you start slow, which is you masturbate or you have sex, and when you're at that point of orgasm, you start fondling your nipples, and then you start fondling them just before and during orgasm, and then you fondle them during the entire sexual process, whether you are masturbating or having real sex, and then your body begins to associate nipple stimulation with sexual satisfaction.
Okay, anyway. No, that's too much work. So after all this stuff, and we go to the doctor tells me, okay, this is what I think it is, and he, gives me antibiotics just in case of whatever, yada, yada, yada. So then, we had, probably in a 24-hour period, we had sex, 4 or 5 times.
Woo! D.
And then last night, he decides he wants to break in the new furniture. I guess he's been thinking about this. So
You locked all the kids in their rooms.
no, they went to bed, and he checked on them 2 or 3 times before. Yeah, he's like, "Come here this way, and try this way, and try." I was like, "Hell no, I can't go that way. How am I gonna go that way? That's not gonna work." So, and then he's like, "But this way right here, if I'm doing this, then I can mess
Flip a
with your
leg up
ass.
this
I can
way
mess with
and-
your ass."
Mm.
So I'm like, okay, look, I can't, I don't know.
To come over and sit on that.
I don't know. It's bothering me. So I said, you know what? Go get my bottle. I need a drink first.
What was
So-
bothering you?
I don't know.
You
Was
it playing with the
You're down with the DP anyway.
Okay. Anyway, so then I was like, go get my bottle. So my bottle that I have, the Amarillo, is it's mixed. At one point, it was mixed with Diet Coke. I was like, that's gonna be I don't know. It's probably still gonna taste good, but I was like, give me a shot, because I have the big. I told you I had those big bottles of rum,
Right.
and I think there's vodka and rum up there. It's like, give me a shot of rum. So he gets the shot glass and fills it all the way up.
Yep.
So that's like a double shot.
Damn.
So I was like, and I was like, oh, that burns. It burns. So then after the second one like that,
You know they used to
They
use
do it
rum
so
to
much.
sterilize equipment.
and
right?
after the
Yeah.
and after the third one like that, yeah, whatever. And I guess
Could have put her in any position on that.
right, and I
Put a
guess
foot behind her
I
head.
guess we ended up going into the room at some point, and he's this is the fucked up part. Anytime during sex when I talk, we always talk about us talking or us saying something, right?
Yeah, I like it like that.
Right, anything like that, he repeats that shit at another time. So we'll be sitting, he was like, yeah, last night you were saying, and he makes a joke out of it, right? So apparently last night, after we went back to the room, when he was licking me, I said something over and over about licking my fat pussy. So I don't know. I'm not so sure.
You took Alexia's line.
Yeah. So yeah.
That I've never uttered, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes,
so,
you've uttered it on the
so,
show.
Yeah. So yeah, he my fat pussy or something like that. He was saying. I said over and over. I'm like, whatever, dude. And Yeah. So, and this
I'm all
week,
tingly thinking about that.
and let's see, this week I walked because we were gone for some of it, and some of it was, getting back. So I only walked 3 miles this week and did 2 hours of water aerobics. One of which, because we missed Monday, we went to. She does it. The one instructor, I absolutely fucking love her, and she tries to kill us every time. And you have a water aerobics workout when you do it with her. But everybody does at their own pace. Well, we went on Thursday to the one that she does, and she had us doing the water. She tried to kill us on Thursday, but I'm down now, 26 pounds, 25 pounds, 26 pounds. So I only
How many more to go?
Well, about 20 more, and then that's when I'm going to do my legs, because I'm just doing what I know that I'm never going to be small and really little,
tiny.
But there's some things that because at one point, you guys don't realize, I was 722 pounds.
I've seen the pictures. You look like an entirely different person.
There is a lot of extra shit that gets left over when you lose. I'm like, what? Down 400 pounds now, plus a little bit, 400.
She lost two whole fat people. If you really want to
right.
She lost 2 chublets and an SSBBW.
Right. So there's some parts that So I got about 20 more pounds, and I'm gonna do my the surgery on my legs just to get them so they're not so as much skin hanging, because that kind of bothers me. But so that's. I'm doing good. I could probably do more if I was more strict on myself, but I kind of want to do it, slow and easy, that I'm still comfortable with,
That's the point of it, is not trying to rush yourself through it. Just take it at your own pace. You got to do it yourself.
And I got some good shoes. That was like one of the big things with doing the walking. DJ and I are doing the walking together with the dog. Of course, the dog walks DJ, but because our dog is really big. But we got some new shoes. They're Pt6 shoes, and the guy measured me. And of course, I'm kind of embarrassed because my shoes are bigger than what I thought I was supposed to be wearing, because he measured your foot and had you bend down and stand up and do all this other stuff. So yeah.
Well, it balances the weight out on your feet.
Well. This
you
guy,
also got those long monkey toes too.
This guy, fuck you.
You need to jack off, DJ? Use your
My
toes
shoes?
to-
No,
the monkey toe.
no, damn it! I'm talking about my shoes. Damn
Have you
it!
tried that yet? Like a little foot action, rubbing the foot on the penis thing?
Nothing serious. I mean, I'm sure I grabbed it before with my toe or whatever.
I can't. My nails are like claws. I think I stabbed Silent Mike 3 times this week. My
your
toenails.
But the guy, anyway, at the shoe store, anyway, back to the shoe store guy. So he watched us walk, and then measured our feet, and then had us stand on the thing and bend down and then stand up, so you could see what the difference is
Your
on
foot squashes out.
Right, something he had marked on our toes, how it was when you were, so you could see how your foot expands or moves or whatever, flexibility of your feet, watch you walk and stuff. So that part was kind of cool, because he was like, you lean out, or do I lean in? I lean one way or the other. And so he put me in a shoe that would help balance that out. And I don't, my legs and my hips and everything else is killing me, because I'm walking, a mile and a half each time we go. So I'm like, my legs are doing a little firework thing, but my feet have not hurt at all. So those shoes are good.
You figure you spend a majority of your day on your feet, unless you have an office job, then you're on your ass. But you should take care with the kinds of shoes that you wear. And I know I want to get a podiatrist to take care of whatever feet problem I may ever have, because your feet are pretty important. When you don't have your feet, you're not walking.
That's true. Then we call you Stumpy.
But yeah.
Don't think I won't.
I mean, we go and get measured for our bras, so we look and
for
feel
you.
good. I've
better.
gone and measured myself. I've been to the bra boutique before, when it was down in Maryland Square.
You need to go again.
Yeah, I know. Well, I like these bras. They're very comfortable. Anyway, but yeah, you should take care of your feet. I think that's great that you did that.
Yeah, it made a big difference in because when I first started the walking, I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but now that I have the shoes, my feet are not bothering me at all. So,
Wendy says she has Asics as well. She loves them.
Asics are a great walking shoe.
Yeah. Well, they're supposed to be for running, but same difference is still you're on your feet, I'm very happy with my shoes.
And where did you go to get this done?
Fleet Feet.
Where?
There's a couple locations around town.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the exact where we went, but it's
There's
called
one in Henderson.
It's called Fleet Feet, and they the guy did all that and measured us and
Very cool.
looked into it. Was cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
I think that's about it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right. That was a good catch up. No crying this time.
Monkey toes.
Yeah, no crying this time.
That's good.
Yeah, I know.
But I am envisioning monkey toes on DJ's penis because I've seen
Maybe you
DJ's
ought to
penis.
try that.
Great.
I gotta get my toes done.
I'm telling her.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. Congratulations, Daddy, Sin City. We'll be back.